In my early 20s, I was working at a warehouse and I was installing plywood in some pallet racking. You had this racking that went way up, maybe 30 feet tall, 25, 30 feet tall, and I was installing plywood shelving on those pallet shelving racks. Well, I had a little lift that would take me to the top and so I would start at the bottom, I put the piece of plywood in, cut it to size, screw it down, screw it fast, make sure it fits, use a hammer, get it to where I want it, and then screw it down, then go up to the next level, put that piece of plywood in, then go up to the next level, put that piece of plywood in. And all day I'm working at this. It was a several day project and I'm working at this. But one evening, late one evening, I was working in the evenings so I could get done so that during the day they could use the warehouse. And as I was up towards the top, I had a slight problem. I cut the plywood to size, but it was just a little bit too big that I had to use a hammer just to hit it to where I wanted it. But the problem was my hammer was over there on the scissors lift. Now I'm scared of heights. And as I'm working, I'm looking down, trying not to look down at the concrete, the warehouse floor at the bottom. And as I'm working, I'm not looking down. I must focus on the job. That way I can get it done. But I need my hammer, and my hammer's over there on the lift. And this is back in the day when cell phones were a little flip phone with a little antenna at the top. And as I was working, I would hold that antenna in my teeth so that I could, if somebody calls, or I was just using my phone, and instead of putting it in my pocket where it might fall out, as I'm working, I would hold it in my teeth as a way of keeping it safe. So I had my phone in my teeth, and I'm there. The lift is over here. I'm there trying to reach to get my hammer to get out on the lift, and I had my hand up on the one bar going across the pallet rack. I had my hand up there, and I went to reach out. But as I did that, my body slipped, and I went sliding out over the edge of that pallet rack. But the amazing part was I was holding on to that piece of metal. So I went sliding out over the shelf. My whole body went except my hand stood firm. And then I'm there hanging with one arm, hanging into space, or you could say into thin air, 30 feet up in the air. And I'm there hanging, and all of a sudden I hear this voice. This voice is talking to me and saying, hello, hello. And right before that, I was in this warehouse working by myself, and as I'm doing that, I'm praying to God and asking God, what for future would you have for me? Do you want me to go to missions? If so, where? Do you want me to go to China? And there were different opportunities that were available. And as I'm there hanging by one arm on this metal bar, 30 feet up in the air, I heard this voice saying, hello, hello. And I looked up and I said, yes, Lord, I am here. You're talking to me. Yes, Lord. And I'm there. Talk to me before I can let go. I was kind of in a pretty awkward predicament because the lift was over there, the shelving's over here, and I could not quite work myself around. So when I heard this hello, I thought it was God speaking. But then I realized I had my phone I was holding it, the antenna in my mouth, and somehow when I fell, I must have hit the phone against the pallet racking, and it called a number. And that person on the other end, they must have been very confused because all they could hear is this noise and me yelling or talking as much as I can with the phone in my mouth saying, yes, Lord, I'm here. Yes, Lord, I will go where you call me to go. Yes, Lord, I will go. Don't worry. Anyway, I ended up crawling back on the pallet racking and laid there breathing heavily for a while. And then I finally realized, oh, someone is at... That was my phone. So I quickly opened the phone and shut it again, which is an easy way to hang up on someone. All that to say, God speaks in mysterious ways, and that was his way of getting me to answer and to say, yes, Lord.